other business leaders in the community. And a shout out to Darla Cintron, who's taking over the event here this year. And I also want to shout out to Colleen Hofford, who chaired the event for 10 years. Another new event that we recently had, I think was in the last year, was the scavenger hunt. And that's a great way to draw businesses, draw residents to local businesses, as well as getting you participating in the scavenger hunt. And again, a shout out to our events committee and Deborah Morris for taking care of that event. We sponsor that about, is it 4 times a year, Deborah? Yeah. And another new addition is the kickball tournament. Thank you, Matt Johnson, for that idea. Again, it's a great way for you and your business employees to come in, have exercise, fun, compete with other businesses in the community, and just get out there and enjoy the spring air. I think that's in the spring of the year. Is that correct, Matt?
April 2nd.
Thank you.
April 2nd.
April 2nd. Okay. And another recent addition, very recent, is our Prosperity membership package or sponsorship package. And that's designed to help you promote your business here in the community, either through our website. And for those of you that maybe still aren't receiving the weekly email, please reach out to one of us and we'll be glad to get you on the email list if you're not receiving it. And that provides a sponsorship opportunity for you as well. That's some of our newer events. Now I'm going to highlight some of the more traditional events that I think have been pretty much here from the inception of the Castleberry Chamber. And that, of course, is the ribbon cutting ceremonies, which you mentioned, Dr. Young. We're always happy to host a ribbon cutting ceremony for either a new business coming in, or if you've made some changes to your business, major renovations, whatever, change of name, that type of thing, we're glad to host that for you. Just give you an opportunity to bring in, again, business leaders and people in the community to meet your business and see your business. And I want to thank Larry Polio. There he is, for taking care of that this year. Along with that comes the business after hours. Again, another opportunity for you to highlight your business and bring people in. And also, each and every month, we have a sponsorship of our monthly luncheon. For just $100, you get to sponsor the lunch and also give an opportunity to present your business here in the luncheon meeting. A women's networking group. Thank you, Susan Ufflin, for taking care of that for us. Great networking group. That started in, I must say, I should remember since I started it. It was 2009. Oh, well, I walked into that one. When did I start that? In 2009. But anyway, on the third Thursday of each month, we meet at local restaurants. That group has just grown and grown and grown since it started. And the opportunity there is not only obviously the networking event, but also we ask chamber members to present at that luncheon to highlight your business and education. Another educational opportunity both for you as a chamber member to come to and then also to speak at is our Business Education Forum, Breakfast Forum, which is the second Tuesday of each and every month at the police station, correct? Yeah. And again, great opportunity to learn about changes in the marketplace, but also a great opportunity if you're a member of this chamber to come in and speak about maybe changes in your industry or educating on what's happening in your industry. And where we have the, who's speaker next Tuesday? I don't know, who is it? No. And Larry's speaking next Tuesday, Larry Polio. I think I've heard of him somewhere before. Yes, next Tuesday, our Castleberry Chamber member, Larry Polio, is speaking. Business Marketplace. Put your business cards over there. Let us know that you're here. Great chance to get your business cards out here to the chamber members at the luncheon. And were you aware that we have member-to-member discounts on our website? Please look at that. Please participate in that. Great for your employees and also great for you to offer discounts to other chamber members. I know that in the past some of our members have taken great advantage of several discounts that we've offered. Job posting board, that's still in flux, but again, you have job openings posted on the chamber website, that's available to you. And another fairly recent addition, I'm excited to say, is our social media presence. And we're, obviously the exposure on our website, Facebook, and then weekly email updates. Again, I'm reiterating that because we want to make sure that you are getting those weekly email updates. And finally, obviously, you know, coming to these events, networking with other chamber members as well as school board members and local business leaders. So please take advantage of that. And I'm going to highlight Food and Wine Festival. We provide money to scholarships for local students, high school students, and Karen Allman chairs that committee. So please take advantage of that. And once again, I'm going to encourage you to participate. We want you to come in and participate in some of the committees and some of the events, because what I found for myself is by doing that, it got me interacting with people here in the chamber and got me more involved in ways that I wouldn't have necessarily done in the past. And lastly, I thought January meeting, we had a great update on local happenings here in the Castleberry area. There's some great changes happening in Castleberry. Great additions to not only the residential community, but the business community. So again, these are all events and things that are available to you as a member of the Castleberry Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat, because as I said last month, we want to focus on retention. We've got great members. We want to keep you here, and to do that, we have to provide a value to you. So every month, we're going to have Pat highlight some of our benefits and show that there's a value to you, because we want you to stay. We want you to, like she said, come in, get active, and create relationships to grow your business. So, but that, now I will invite up our first VP, Matt Johnson, to introduce our sponsor.
Earlier, Luncheon sponsorship is a great opportunity to get up and promote your business in front of this large group. And this month, the sponsor is Zero Edge. So, Sean, come on.
I know many of you have never seen it. I have no idea what I do. It's more than just plug in a microphone and introduce myself. Zero Edge is technology. You can look on the cards on your table and see some of the services we provide. These work specifically with small business. But one of the things I want to point out to you today is there's a couple pieces of paper on your table, these little squares. This is an example of what's known as ransomware. It's gotten very prevalent. You've probably heard the term. You may or may not know what it is. Problem with ransomware, and most viruses, they'll run you some kind of damage to your computer. If you have seen this on your computer, I am sorry. It is already too late. Some of them will say, and it says on the screen there, your files have been encrypted. There's no way to recover it. That's probably the only true statement on it. Some of them will have the FBI. The reality is this has happened. I had a customer last year completely wiped out their computer because of this. Some of these come across in what is known as a zero-day attack. You could have a free version of antivirus on your computer. You could have a paid version. Unfortunately, with the prevalence of social media and the links that you're providing, things like that, some of these viruses get out there and spread worldwide so fast, your antivirus can't update itself fast enough. And you get one of these at your business. It will hit your computer, your network, your servers, so fast, encrypt those files so fast, by the time you see this, you may be in a position where you are shutting your doors. I am saying that to say it is a very real threat, and fortunately, last year, we had some solutions in place. You'll hear Carson talking about cloud here in a minute, and how that can save your business. This pile of stuff back here is what you're used to in an office. You've got your laptop, you've got bits of memory that occasionally you need to upgrade. You hear you're running out of hard drive space, and you have to go buy one of these and have a guy come out and plug it in. You've got this big server, perhaps, and every year you're faced with the problem of having to pay more money, upgrade it, keep up with what's going on. Carson talked about how you're going to be able to save yourself some time, save yourself some money. But when it comes to something like this, it's going to save you as well. When I said it encrypts everything on your file, on your computer, it's going to hit your backup server. It's going to hit up your little external drive that you're saving things to, your USB stick. It scans everything and encrypts everything. If you're relying on that you have nothing to go back to. Or if you're like me and not very dexterous, you're walking along with your laptop and trip and do something like that more than once. Or spill coffee on it, or Dr. Pepper one time and Mountain Dew another, and yeah. Yeah. There's a good chance you just lost this too. The cloud is a scary place, but the reality is the cloud is going to save you a ton in the long run. It will give you a great peace of mind, because even with this, we can recover from that. We can recover from anything that gets thrown at you, or anything you happen to throw across the room from time to time when you're upset. So, there's no piece of paper on there, it's just got my logo. It's a real quick question. I would like to know what your greatest concerns are when it comes to Mount. If you'd like a response, if you'd like me to get back to you, put your name, your email. I'd love to hear from you. But at the end of the day, I won't go around and collect them. But I'd like to hear what your concerns are. This is one of mine, because I've seen it, I've had to deal with it. Carson will tell you he knows people that have lost because of this. So, with that, come on.
Yes. Thank you, Sean. And if you're interested in luncheon sponsorship, the board directors members, we get you signed up. Also want to highlight our caterer, Rock and Brews. They're remember they do the food and wine. So make sure we're going down on Redbug. Go out and support them. They support us. All right. Let me get my notes. All right. Our featured speaker of the month, Carson Shaffer, is the president of Terra Cloud, a corporate IT service company. He's a veteran of the U.S. Air Force. He attended UCF for electrical engineering and served on several boards and committees. He's an active musician, voter. Carson lives in Orlando, Florida, and he's here to tell us all about the cloud. Carson.
Sometimes when this turns on, it's just such an incredible help. Do you know an IT guy? What Sean said about this isn't a joke. This is bad, and like he said, if you see this, it's too late. So please, this is the greatest fear of IT people, because there's not a whole lot that we can do to stop somebody from clicking on a file. And we have this incredibly bright coming. All right. Well, look at it. There we go. Why your head shouldn't be in a cloud, but your computer should be. Okay. I'm Carson Shaffer, Managing Director at Terra Cloud, and we work with cloud-based desktop server virtualization and all the big multiple acronym words. But what it really means is we try to help you not lose your data, which has become the most important part of any business these days. So, stand here. And a buddy, Dominic, got up on a beautiful Florida day, just like today, hopped in his car, heads on into Orlando. Had his 370Z, had the top down, God's in his heavens, the birds are singing, pulls up to his office, hops out of the car, unlocks the door, walks in, and every single computer had been stolen. They stole the servers. They stole the workstations. They stole the hard drives that the servers were backed up to. Like the Grinch, they stole everything, but unlike the Grinch, they didn't bring it back. And standing there at that moment, my friend Dominic was out of business. How many people own businesses? It's your worst nightmare. Short of health or something with your family, that's your worst nightmare. Dominic was lucky. A few weeks before that, they had asked us to make a little special backup of QuickBooks. So we went in, sat down with the woman who does QuickBooks. We showed her how to make a backup. We made a backup. We put the hard drive in this drawer, and she never touched it again. And it was still in that drawer. It was a month-old QuickBooks file, but it was enough, and Dominic's business was saved. Now today, Dominic could be saved by the cloud. The great fuzzy bunny in the sky will save your business. So, what is cloud computing? You know, everybody talks about this stuff. So let's see what we have.
Cloud computing, a revolution of the mind and human ingenuity. Let's take a look at the specific case of Mr. Chang and Johnson, two honest, hardworking individuals facing a problem that can only be solved by using the cloud.
Gee, I wish we could get that fiscal report to our branch in China right now. Mr. Babbitt's outfitting our servers with new vacuum tubes. He sure is a real whiz with those gizmos. God, what's taking so long? Johnson should have had that report to me.
It looks like you two can use the cloud.
The what?
You know, the cloud. The cloud can make your lives so much simpler. Instead of worrying about server upgrades, software upgrades, and whatnot, you can focus on getting the job done.
Tell us more.
By using the cloud, you can rent the use of servers for a nominal fee.
Gee, that's a lot of big words. I think I lost you.
Think of it this way. Say every month you treat yourself to a muffin for the cost of a shiny nickel. Now, what if you want to buy 2, 3, or even 40 muffins?
Whoa, you're pushing it there, buddy. That's like $2.
What I'm trying to say is that when using the cloud, you pay for what you use. Take a look at this chart. This axis represents the cost, and this axis represents how long you've been using it. See how the line can go up and down? That's the result of how much bandwidth and storage you use in the cloud server.
Well, that sounds cool and all, but how am I going to use this?
I'm glad you asked. You're a small company, and you're on a budget. Well, good news. Cloud computing helps you start out like the big boys and use the apps they use too, without the hefty investment it usually takes. So you get better software without breaking the bank. This makes it easier for Johnson to share files with Mr. Chang. So you see, you can keep work flowing without stressing the small stuff.
Neat.
$2. Traditionally, this is the solution that everybody has. You know, you've got people outside, you've got the people inside, and you take care of all of it. You need this stuff, and you take care of everything. And it's expensive. You get engineers like Sean or me. Do you work for free?
Not usually.
Yeah. I tell my kids I do, but I really don't.
It only appears that way.
With the cloud, you take care of the same stuff that you have in your office, in your car, in your home, where they, and I do mean they, when you're talking about the cloud, it's really them and the cloud and it's all out there somewhere. They take care of all the other stuff, so you don't have to take care of all this stuff.
Ready to talk to some people? Let's see who wants to tell me what a cloud is. Excuse me, ladies, may I ask you about cloud computing and SaaS? Or could I, do you have a second?
No, sorry.
No?
You got yours.
Do you know anything about clouds?
They ruined my weekend.
Moisture, not a concern.
Moisture, not a concern. Interesting.
You ever look at clouds and you say, like, what kind of animal does that look like to me?
Yeah, more of like a sheep, typically. A sheep is typically what I say right off the bat.
Fluffy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very imaginative.
It's a sheep. You guys thought it was a rabbit. It's really a sheep, a fluffy sheep. So people don't really understand what the cloud is. We're probably using it right now. You use a lot of these apps. I took the AOL logo off of there, even though there's part of me that likes it from the 1950s. I play guitar. I have a little app on my phone that has all the songs in it and all the lyrics and all the chords. Well, it's not on my phone. It's out there somewhere. So even little tiny apps on your phone, if it's got data and it's not on your phone, guess what? It's somewhere else. So the easiest way to think of the cloud is, you got the server room down the hall. It's just got really long wires and it goes to a different building. That's all it is. The cloud is the same server down the hall, except now it's been moved somewhere else. Okay, so is there any reason at all that you should care? Well, yeah. Do, re, mi. Everybody likes cash. And this will let you save a lot of money. Okay. Exchange Server is the Microsoft product that runs email typically for the world and most businesses. Exchange servers were a great way to buy new cars, sports cars, because Exchange Server, Sean and I will be happy to come in, $7,500-ish, give or take, 1,000 or two. We'll put one in there, and your small business with 3 or 4 people can have email. Wow. Now with the cloud, you can go in and rent hosted Exchange for $25 a month for 4 or 5 people. $7,500, you own it on your property, or $25 a month. And it's Microsoft. It gets updated all the time. You don't have any of the problems that you have with the server. You don't need the server engineers, who cost, again, a fortune because they drive Corvettes. Or my Unix guy drives a Porsche. He really does. Okay. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for $1 at a time per glass? Okay. Now the big question is, who wants all the computers in your office? Engineers. I mean that. Look at that. That is the greatest thing in the world. Now you probably don't feel that way. You look at that and go, "Jeez, what's that cost?" Oh, well, this is very inexpensive. The deal is, when you have something like this, you've got a whole lot of really smart engineers that run around, and these guys who work on firewalls and viruses and hackers, and you've got this really smart group of people that lives in this. We let them out occasionally, we throw them some food under the door. They're really good. They're probably better than the people that are working on your server down the hallway, especially if it's Jimmy, who's the IT guy because he's the youngest. That's, sir, you would not believe, we do a lot of police stations. Who's their IT liaison? Officer Johnson. Why? Because Johnson's 27. That's it. So, the deal is, well, is it safe? Okay, well, you have redundant power, you have multiple internet, climate controlled security system, everybody's background check. Computers, in case one fails, the other takes over like that. Backup through the day. When we have 4 hurricanes and the power is out for a week, do you have a way to get to your data? Is somebody constantly monitoring it? Okay. What you do in the cloud is you take your server and you put it in that rack. And it gets taken care of by this really smart group of people who live and breathe this stuff all day long. It's backed up. There's another one just like it. If this guy fails, then this guy below it will take over. You don't even know it. Boom, just takes over. They're well taken care of. If you require more power, all of a sudden somebody gets a TV show that's on their product. Everybody's heard the stories about the servers crash. The cloud will scale up and down and pay for what you need, even if you need $2 worth of muffins. So, what about all the data breaches that you hear about? I will say this. Everyone thinks that we're safe, oh, there's a data breach, we're safe, oh, there's a data breach. No, it's like this. There's a ton of data breaches going on all the time, just sometimes the media finds out about it and then we know. Trust me, it's way worse than you think it is. But, given that, why? Well, you don't encrypt your data. You have weak firewalls. You have lousy passwords. What's your password? The letter A. Really? Yeah, lowercase. Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, and dishonest employees. Okay? the way one of the large ones happened recently was Target got hacked because one of their customers got hacked and they had a portal. So they had a dishonest employee who hacked through the portal to Target. It wasn't even Target. So when you look at these, they're very complex, and this will stop just about all of it. If you have your stuff in a data center in the cloud, you've got a good firewall, you have encrypted data, we enforce strong passwords, and everybody is background checked, fingerprinted, and they're an employee. Okay. Cool thing about it is, you don't have to get this software. Okay. $384 for Microsoft Office. Who uses Office? Okay. Wow, and it is. You guys know every time you have to get the new version of Office, everybody grumbles about it. Honestly, I could probably still be using Word 95, and I would be just as happy as I am now. But Microsoft doesn't like it. No. DocX, got to get $384. Or you can get it for $6 a person. That's what the cloud will do for you. Now, this one, the software resides on your computer at your office. This one, the software resides at Microsoft, the most trusted name in computing. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one. One of the things that happens is, like Sean said, you kill computers. Do this. Everybody remembers that. 4 of them. Didn't think there'd be 4. And of course, my children. Sure. I thought I could fix it. And I'm glad you're learning. So, what do? Well, you've got cloud services that exist out there. You have Mozy, LiveDrive, Dropbox, Carbonite. There's a bunch of stuff out there that's available that you can store it in a cloud. If you get hit with ransomware that Sean talked about, you go to the backup 2 days ago that's stored in the cloud, and it'll be okay. It's going to wipe out your workstation, it's going to wipe out the servers, it's not going to be a happy camper. But you can go to your backups in the cloud and restore it, and your business can survive. Pictures. Everybody's got pictures. Tons of pictures, especially now that our phones are cameras. Continually. Put them in the cloud. SmugMug, Flickr, Instagram. Remember, they last forever. And for some photos, forever's a long time. So if you have photos that you do not wish to last forever, I suggest you do not upload them to the cloud. And some pictures, you don't have the opportunity to retake. I told you baby pictures work, didn't I? Now the real baby picture is Sean's daughter. We had to put that.
We're not getting rid of that one.
That's Sean's little girl. Is she the one that's sick right now?
No, she's actually the healthy one.
Okay, you got one healthy one.
I'm the cloud.
And I'm the server. I take care of your files.
So do I.
I take care of your emails.
So do I.
I handle your databases.
So do I.
My users can access all that from anywhere in the office.
Cloud 9 users can access me from anywhere in the world on any device.
You mean anything Windows? I really don't like Macs.
Nope. Any device, anytime, anywhere.
It's called bring your own device. Everybody in here has something different. You got an iPhone, you got a Samsung phone, I got a Microsoft Surface, somebody's got an iPad. It doesn't matter. You want to be able to see your data no matter where it is. Should we put everything in the cloud? Well, you don't have to. If you're worried that you have data that you just are paranoid, as I mentioned, we have police stations. The police, for some odd reason, are paranoid. They don't want to put all their data in the cloud. There are things called blended cloud solutions. You can put some of it locally and have it backed up, and some of it in the cloud. You don't have to go whole hog one way or another. You can dip your toe in the water and see if you like it and it's the way you want to go. Okay. So, what can you do? Let's say you have a meeting, an important meeting, at an important place. And you're working on it, but you're not ready for your presentation. Your staff is working hard, but they aren't done yet. It's probably because you don't have enough people. So what do? Well, it's time. Off you go. So you're on the way. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about the economy. Off you go. So you head to your meeting. You get there. The office sends it to the cloud. You pull it down off the cloud, lift your head off the keyboard, give your presentation, and you are a star. But as you walk out the door, Sean strikes, drops the computer. What do? Go to the public library. Pull up one of their computers. Remember, bring your own device. That's a device. Pull it up there. Now you've got it again, and they can change it in real time. It allows you to be flexible so you're not stuck on any device. And you win. The cloud will save you. It really, really will. It's one of the great advantages to computing in the years that we're in right now. Okay. The most successful things come out of the weeds. I love the line, nobody considered cell phones replacements for 35mm cameras until they were. What happened to Kodak, Motorola, Nortel? Okay. The winners use the new technologies that are out there. If you don't, and one of your employees clicks encryption ransomware, that's the end. Right there. Boom. Shut your doors, go home, call the insurance agent.
Giddy up.
Some things don't change. That reply all button, you gotta be careful with that one. So, what did we learn today? Learned that the cloud, it's just a drawing that they put up there. It makes it look like a cloud. It's not anything ethereal. It's just some computers in another room, in another building. That's all it is. It's just a drawing. Okay? You can save money because you rent. And everybody likes money. I will not comment on the song. You can get your email and your data everywhere. We've had some clients who have traveled to some war zones in South Africa, and they're even able to get updated data several times a day. So no matter where you are, what your device is,
You've got mail.
you can still have AOL. So, what is editing? I really feel the Caddyshack urge Rodney Dangerfield says, so let's party! Any device, anywhere. That's the cloud. Any device, anywhere. And you just pay for what you use. All these companies are going to subscription. Microsoft Office is a subscription. Adobe is a subscription. You know why? Because they looked at, there's a mirror on the wall, who's got the best revenue generation model of all, and the answer came back, the electric company. You don't pay the electric company, they shut the electric off. And it becomes a priority real fast. That's what they're doing now. It's going to be subscription. If you don't pay for your subscription, you're not going to get your data and your programs that you use. It's not necessarily the way as a small business person that I want my office to be. However, they didn't ask me before they went to this model. This is the future. So, no matter what happens to your computer, you can get your data on any device, anywhere. You only pay for the part of it that you need. And it's a wonderful, wonderful place to keep your backups, no matter what happens. And you will be, of course, saved by the cloud. The cloud will save you. I've seen it time and time again. Sean has seen it time and time again. It's a great way to save money, and it's where everything's going. They're not asking you if it's what you want to do. They're simply saying, this is where we're all going. So realize it, embrace it, save some money. It gets you into technologies that you could have never had before. Thank you.
I'll give you 2 comments here to everybody else. Size doesn't matter. If you are a one-person shop or if you have 10,000 employees. There was a conversation I had yesterday with someone just giving us some advice. There's almost no justification anymore to buy hardware. With the resources that exist elsewhere in these data centers and these things that become power supplies, become internet, there's almost no justification for it. So with that, and the other one was on security. 65 to 76% of all breaches came from within a company, not outside. So, but
All right. Thank you, Sean. Carson, thank you for coming to speak to us. We've done it quite well. In your name to the Kessler area.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys, great information, and everyone's sufficiently scared, I know I'm terrified by now. Okay. Thank you, Carson, we appreciate your information, and it'll help every small business that works on that. If I could take a couple of seconds and ask all the board members to stand and be recognized, because we could not do this chamber without our volunteers. So if you're on the board, please stand. Okay, and today, we're coming up